I feel if I have the platform to say it, I need to say it. I just feel it's really sad, all the sexualization of our children right now, and we need to protect them, whatever that may be. Let's protect the children, please. Do anything we can to help.
Man, I've been a man my whole fucking life, and let me tell you, dude, there are things, mannerisms that men naturally fucking have. Same thing with fucking women. And if you think that because you feel like you're a man, that those mannerisms and those things are just gonna go away, or you feel like a fucking woman, you think that those mannerisms of a man is gonna go away, they're not going to. They're not going to. No, how much you chop off, no matter how much you add on, you're a woman that looks like a man. You're a man that looks like a woman because y'all feel that way. Does not make you that as what it is. As what it is me. I'm a man. I was born a man. Have and always will be a man. It doesn't make any sense, dude. You've been a woman for the last 30 years. You know, you've been a man for the last 30 years, shaving your beard. You've been shaving, you know, for the female, you've been shaving your hoo-ha, doing all that shit. And now magically, you know, for the next 30 years, you're trying to do the exact opposite. You're like totally learning a whole new way of life, dude. Like, you're not a man if you're a woman born. You will never be a man. I'm sorry. It's just not, it won't happen. Same thing vice versa. You may look like one or sound like one a little bit or whatever, but, sorry. There's mannerisms. There's certain things, bro code, girl code. You ain't going to know those codes. It's going to be, trans girl code and trans man code, or pushing this shit hard in society, man, and on our kids, man, for a reason. It ain't good enough to you know, just be gay or be lesbian. Nah, you gotta chop your shit off. You gotta fucking transition. You gotta fucking, you know, take shit to fuck with your body, man, and shit. And I'm getting this information from people who have detransitioned, or I guess that's the word. They went and they came and they like, yo, fuck this. It's fucked my whole fucking body up and shit. As an adult. And they want this shit to be pushed on kids? What the fuck? What the fuck? I know why they want the shit pushed on kids, man. Because they don't want these kids to, in the future, be able to have kids, man. You'll no longer be able to fucking bear a child as a woman. You'll no longer be able to produce children if you do that shit.
Angry. What's gonna happen to the kids and the youth? I'm sad for humanity and the children and what's gonna happen.
I wish I could just very harshly say to my young pre-testosterone but trans-identifying self, don't do any of this, don't go on T, don't get surgery, don't even change your name, just stop.
I lived 8 years as Laura Jensen until I woke up and realized that it was totally insane to live this out.
I 100% feel like I was part of some cruel medical and social experiment.
I've now been living as a woman for 28 years and I fully regret this.
I can't believe this happened. I ruined my life.
Over the past decade, there has been as high as a 4,000% increase in children being referred to so-called gender clinics across the United States. I was one of these children. My name is Chloe Cole, and I am an 18-year-old former transgender child. I transitioned from the age of 12 up until 16 when I realized it all was a lie. My story is cautionary tale.
I am female, but from the ages of 12 to 16, I was transitioning from female to male identity. I went on puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones at 13, and I underwent a double mastectomy, or as the euphemism goes, top surgery, at just 15 years old. I went cold turkey off of testosterone and detransitioned at 16 years old because I had several epiphanies. I realized that no matter what I do to myself, the reality is that it will never be possible as a woman to become a man. By medically transitioning, I was degrading my mental and physical health and disrupting my body's natural processes and development. Deep down, I truly did want to be a woman and eventually a mother. I had unresolved trauma and psychiatric issues that made me prone to becoming dysphoric. I realized that as a child, I had been unable to make an adult decision, and because of that decision, I'm not going to be able to have the female experience of breastfeeding my future kids. The state of my fertility is completely unknown. Even if I'm able to conceive, no doctor I've reached out to knows if I'm going to be able to safely carry it to term. No teenager should be faced with the grief of losing entire sex organs while having their development altered permanently.
I have 2 giant scars across my chest that remind me every day that I was butchered by the institutions that we all thought we could trust. I went to my surgeon because I was desperate for answers, and he just told me, "It's fine. That's completely normal. Just put Vaseline over it," which didn't make sense to me, but I thought that because nothing else was working, I might as well try it. That gave me a skin infection. It hasn't healed at all, and the wound, whatever it is actually spreading across my chest. I have no clue what's going on. I have nowhere to turn because I no longer have any trust in Kaiser Permanente, and I can't afford treatment out of pocket. I wish I could have my breast back, but a reconstruction may be riddled with even more complications, and no matter what, I will never be able to breastfeed my future children. Those organs...
Leave the kids alone. Leave them alone.